Hey, John Mayfield here, and wanted to show you an example of eminent domain condemnation. This is a property that, or in an area where the state actually put a bridge in that you can see here. Originally, there was no bridge here, and the highway down there, there were kind of like a crossover. There's a crossover up the road. If you kind of look back up the road, and there was crossover down toward Park Hills as well. And so the state wanted to take out these little crossovers because they were very dangerous, lots of wrecks. You can see the Hefner's Furniture Store, which is across the highway. Behind that's the state park, and so we had lots of cars and traffic that was going back and forth. So the state decided through the use of eminent domain that they would close those areas down and then build this highway over, this bridge over, and put in the on-off ramps. And so naturally there was property that was taken here, and there's my wife who's standing right there, who's going by right now. So she's probably wondering what's going on. So anyway, this is a good example of eminent domain. Now, you have to remember, with eminent domain, there has to be just compensation, has to be for the good of the public. In this case it was. And then there has to be due process of law. So I was one of the county commissioners that had to come out here. Actually, we came out here and stood, I think, about where I'm at right now, but there was no bridge. It was just a highway. And the attorneys for some of the parties representing Mr. Hefner was here. People that own the property to the left of me, they were all here. Some of the folks said they were happy with what the state had provided them financially, and they took their money. But under due process of law, the folks who felt like they were not being compensated fairly had the right to take that to court and have a legal court hearing to determine if the valuations the appraisers had put on the properties were fair or not. As a county commissioner, I just, along with two other people, looked at the appraisals, heard the evidence, and then we rendered our opinion as far as what we thought the value might be. But very interesting case. This is an example, again, eminent domain can be used for highways, schools, hospitals, airports, and the process, you need to remember, is called condemnation. That's the process of taking property. Eminent domain's a power. Just remember those three items: just compensation, good of the public, and also due process. Okay? You could see that on the exam, so make sure that you know that very good.